Come on, I want to hear your best Indian accent, Nick.
What do you do?
What did you do, buddy?
Excuse me.
Don't you feel better now?
I do, actually.
Yeah,
I love accents. That's the thing is, like, I like, you know, if I wasn't, like, on the spot, I could do, like, African accents are, like, dude, I think that shit's so funny.
Yeah.
Asian accent. I know, as a white guy, I'm not supposed to be like, these are voices I practice a lot.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of work for this.
Hey, my little freaks, I got a special announcement for y'all. Are you here because you're yearning for these goddamn toes? Well, go follow patreon.com/thebhavcast. And this summer 2026, I'm dropping Cattle Daddy. All the heifers gonna be rolling through, baby. We're gonna have a fun summer. Now let's get back to the Bhavcast.
Welcome back to the Bhavcast. Today we're in Pittsburgh on top of Atomic Comedy Club with comedian Nick Deez.
Ooh, what up, what up?
What up? Thank you for doing this, brother.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course.
Thanks for having me. This is cool, man.
You're staying on top of the club's apartment.
Yeah.
How was your nap last night?
It was pretty good. We went and got Waffle House after the show. You said you didn't want to because your asshole's falling out of your body. So that's cool. You were like, nah, I can't stop shitting. And I was like, well, if there's one way to not stop that problem, it's Waffle House. Because I've had the worst farts all day. It smells like Pittsburgh. It smells like that's what's coming out. It smells awful. Yeah, dude. No, we went and hung out, went to Waffle House last night. I got a peanut butter chocolate chip waffle, a little Reese's action, you know.
Nice,
I did that.
Nice.
A little sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Okay.
And then kept it light, you know, no big deal.
You calling that light?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time was this?
It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I got back here. It was very clearly, it was like 1,000%. It was like after midnight. I got back here. I think I like laid down and like crashed. It was like almost 2. And then I naturally woke up at like 9 o'clock this morning. I was like, oh, what fucking time is it? Oh my God. I was like, I'm fucking dying.
Were you hungover at all?
No, I only had like 2 drinks last night. Nothing crazy, you know. I don't know, man. I learned like doing all these shows in clubs and stuff like that. It's like, I don't like beer. I'm not a beer guy. I'm not like, you know, whatever. When I was heavy, I liked ciders. That was my thing.
You sure?
But I like my go-to is like liquor. Like if I'm drinking, I'm drinking. I'm a Tito's guy. I think it's because I saw Bert and Bert was like, "Oh, it's good for you," and I go, "Okay." The fattest guy I've seen on stage is like, "No, this is great for your health."
Yeah, I'm really into health and wellness myself, and I'll tell you the trick is actually tequila sodas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there's something about tequila that's better than vodka.
Interesting.
Yeah, but tequila is like, you know, like that fight or fuck liquor, which really ramps you
up.
up.
Shit fucking burns, dude. That's the type of shit, like, the second it goes through my lips, it travels down my chest, it burns my chest, and I can feel it at the tip of my dick. It makes my head of my penis feel like it's been sparked. It's the worst, dude. And then like the fucking last time I drank it, my ex-wife got me like blackout drunk on fucking margaritas that she made in like my gym bottle. Like I had a blender, like a shaker bottle full of tequila, like literally like. I'm just drinking like agave, like fresh, all this shit. It's very nice ingredients inside of a fucking blender bottle.
Yeah.
And then like, dude, I got blackout drunk and it was a it was a very bad sight. And then went to the gym like a week later with that same shaker bottle and was like drinking out of it at the gym and was like, oh, dude, I could still smell the tequila in it. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking throw up. I'm gonna throw up now. I was like, oh God. It was brutal.
Yeah, I've been recently, I hate running, but I gotta do it. You know, it's just good for heart health as you get older, cardiovascular system. So I've been just ripping like 2 swigs of gin before I go for a run. And it's
really? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, Nick, I don't know where to start.
Right. I like that you're like, I'm really big on health and wellness. So I've been taking hard liquor right before I give my body a jump start. Is that like your flee the bar energy? You're like, I've been drinking too much tonight. I gotta get the fuck home.
Yeah, sometimes, there's a point usually where, like, I don't stay out late too much anymore because, I need a good night's sleep. But there's a point where, like, something will hit and I'm like, I'm getting out of here before something bad happens,
Yeah, that's your fight or flight. It's your natural, like, instinct to be like, this seems like danger is around.
Well, like, you also know because, like, okay, probably when you're back in Virginia, like, some people come to these shows, the don't tell shows or whatever. So there might be people that know you that you don't know. So if you get to the point where you're getting kind of too fucked up, you don't know who has eyes on you that's, like, seen you before.
Well, my spatial awareness is really good. Like, I used to go to shows a lot, so I can I do the thing where I, like, scan the room constantly. I'm always like, that guy looks like he could fuck us all up. That guy that's a pussy. We could take that guy. If it was him and 6 of his friends, we might be, like, sketchy, but, like, we could still survive.
Right.
And that's, like, where I constantly live, like, through, like, even at shows.
Yeah.
There's times where, like, it could be, like, a full club or whatever, and it's, like, a bunch of people, and I have no shame on stage being like, dude, I'll fuck you up. And then I go, whatever. We're being funny, whatever. Cute, but in my head also, it's like, it might not work, but I'm still going to say it up here.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably fuck me up, but I'm still going to be like, bitch, I'll fuck you up.
Well, I think the joke is when you say I'm gonna fuck you up to someone that can clearly fuck you up, and that's like adorable,
Yeah, they go, oh, that's so sweet. I'll kill you. I go, I'll kill us both. I don't give a fuck, dude. I got nothing to live for. I'll kill us both.
I got a bomb in my backpack.
Same.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, I've been in plenty.
And you win some and lost some?
Yeah, well, a lot of it's like from going to shows. It's a lot of it's like just show like bullshit, like people moshing and then somebody gets hit and then feelings get hurt.
Oh, right, because you're big into like hard rock, punk, and all that stuff.
Like heavy music and stuff. So like that's like pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of friends that have like beat up security, which is like always fun to watch. You're like, I don't want to get involved in it because I want to be able to come back, but watching my friends like swing on security guards.
Yeah.
And then them swinging back, and then more of my friends show up, and they're swinging even harder. I go, whoa, shit! This looks like war.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
When I grew up, like I did karate and stuff, and one of my like biggest influencers was really into like heavy metal and all that. Sure. So I grew up listening to all that jazz. But it's like, I was always so scared to go to the concerts because because moshing to me, like I'm small. Like now I'm a little bigger, but when I was little, I was like a vegetarian. I was like really like like little fat guy, So it's
you're a fat vegetarian. Isn't that so weird? Like I know so many people that like they stop eating meat and they go and then just become like these little meatball versions of themselves.
Yeah, because you're just eating a lot of carbs and like pizza and stuff.
Cheese. Yeah, exactly. Cheese. Just cheese and dairy. You should probably switch it up. It'd probably help your asshole now.
Yeah, well, now I eat meat,
Right.
But I don't know. There's something about, like, I don't know, when I travel a little bit, I guess I get little, like, nerves, and it really ruins me. I'll get, like, constipated, or I'll just have to shit all the time.
Yeah, well, very clearly, as we talked about yesterday, you're on the ladder of those two problems right now.
Yeah, but I'd rather be empty than full,
Sure.
Yeah.
I've been eating like shit the last couple weeks. So like I'll go from days where I'm like not bloated at all. And I'm like, oh, I feel good. My weight's back down. And then I'm like, I'll get one little thing happens. I'm like, I'm fucking mad and sad. I'm like, eat fucking Waffle House at 1 o'clock. Yeah. And then I'm like, and then I just feel like shit for 3 days and my fingers hurt. And, like my joints are all ached up.
I get that. What is your sad food like junk food like that, like Waffle House, McDonald's, or all that?
I guess. I mean, I used to be like 260 pounds. The lowest I've gotten in the last couple of years, like when I was like really focused and dialed in before I fucked up my shoulder, I got down to 189. That's the lowest I've been as an adult. And I was like, fuck yeah. But my average on like it's been a few weeks, and it's probably been like a month or so since I've been 195, but I was like pretty steady. I would get down to 190, 195, and I would fluctuate from anywhere from like 190 to 200. Now I'm like sitting right at like 200, 198, 200. I'm like, it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but also would like to be back down to 190. I just gotta quit being sad and eating cookies and shit.
Yeah, cookies, sweets, that's like my biggest kryptonite. Yeah, ice cream. But yo, you know what? You should stay at 200. I'll tell you why. Because I saw this one TikTok video one time. It was like a big bodybuilder. He was like, he said basically on the lines of like, if you're not over 200 pounds, you're basically a woman. You know?
Nice. Fuck yeah, fat me appreciates that.
The wind can just fucking whoosh, push
Happier
you away.
me at 190 is like, what are you talking about? I tried to feel good. Fatter me is like, nice, dude. It's only a 5 pound difference, but 5 pounds ago I was a pussy.
Yeah. So
Bitch made loser.
200 is good. I tried to get up to 200 one time. I got up to like 190, and it was just like too much weight on this small frame.
Yeah, I can see that.
And,
what are you at now?
I'm
Tell
at
the
like,
gays.
163, guys. So if you want to toss me around,
Hell yeah, dude. Suck his tootsies, dude. Look at his tootsies.
hey guys, they're out here. You know, they like from the bottom. They like from the sole of my foot. They see right through me.
Interesting. I can see everything about you based on, man, he walks a lot.
Yeah.
Before he does it, he drinks gin.
Yeah, I'm a little, I don't know. Your 30s are a weird time in your life, you know?
Are you just like fresh into 30s?
I'm turning 33 this year.
That's crazy. I thought you were way younger. We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 24.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a baby face. But, the thing is, like, there's two types
But a man's hog. All you guys want, you got a big, huge, giant dick.
It could be bigger, but it's big enough to get the job done,
That's what we all say. Except for dudes with teeny penises. They're like, man, it gets an application for the job. It's not getting hired, but like you can apply for the job.
Well, they just have to be good at eating pussy, then.
I think so.
Yeah, like, you have to be good with your
Either that or you gotta trick bitches into fisting. It's like, if you have a small dick, you either gotta be really good at eating pussy or like very creative. You're like, look, I can fucking hit your spine with my hands. That's it. That's it. And you just put me in there and I'll grab your feelings from the inside.
You see why I do these bicep curls? It's through the ceiling.
She's like, Yeah. That's like the dude that's like, he might with no like dick confidence, but full like forearm confidence. Once I'm done with you, you're never going to walk the same again. And he means it. Dudes with big dicks are like, they know within 3 days you're like back to normal.
Yeah.
And then she's like hanging out at work, like, oh my God, me and Brad, oh, what a wild weekend. You talk about like you and Tanner, and it's like he's fucking just working your insides with his whole forearm. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever fisted a woman?
No.
No, I don't plan to.
I got an average dick. I don't need to fucking put my hand inside like I'm catfishing. I'm not out here noodling the pussy. Just.
Noodling the pussy is crazy.
Noodling the pussy is. Yeah, you bitches never noodled the pussy before, dude.
That is crazy analogy.
Yeah.
I like
Are you familiar with noodling?
Yeah, it's when the catfish is in like the water.
Which is it's such a white sport. Like, we're just gonna stand here and put our fucking wiggle our fingies in the water and hope that a big old fish goes, food, and then you fucking pull that bitch out. That's fisting, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta noodle the pussy.
That's crazy.
The gays hated that part. They're like, no, dude.
No, we don't like
noodle the pussy. Yeah. Noodle the pussy.
Yeah, the pussy.
Pussy noodling.
Yeah, man. At least if you're constipated, a good noodle in the pussy will clean you out.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need right now.
No, you need to stop. You need to stop it up.
Yeah.
Just put something in there that's gonna add some like grip strength. Like hold it back.
Yeah, that's really what I need.
Protect the walls. You need like a hodor in there.
Yeah, hodor.
Fucking hold the line, dude.
Did you watch the new Game of Thrones that came out with that
Dunkin' Egg one?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
It's not that great.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed.
I like the first, like I like the regular one.
Mm-hmm.
Barring the latter seasons aren't that great. Like you like separate that from where like George R.R. Martin got far enough with the writing, and then the show was like, all right, well, he's not writing fast enough. We can't just end the show here.
Yeah.
And then they took liberties, and I feel like that fucked him up. Because now it's like I think he just doesn't care. He's like, why would I finish the story? Because they already fucking ruined my ending by having their ending. Even though like all the people that give a fuck about what he had to say are like, please tell us how you would end it. Show us something better than what we got on screen.
Yeah.
But I watched, was it House of the Dragon?
Yeah. Did you like that one?
It's pretty decent. I think it's cool because it gives you like the background of like, oh, here's how all the dragons go bye-bye.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool. But what is it, Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Or whatever?
That was that
is that
new
what the new one's called?
Yeah.
I think I started the first episode and saw reviews online and people were like, this is dog shit. And I was like, okay, well, I just...
Well, they spent 10 episodes getting to this fight. I won't spoil it for you, but like they spent 10 episodes getting to this fight, and when the fight starts to happen, they do a cutscene to his childhood. So you waited 10 weeks for this over a fight, and then they're like, here's why he, I don't know, likes this girl, and I was like, no,
it's stupid.
Yeah,
but it is dunk and egg, right?
Yeah,
like that is the whole
yeah.
like the background story. That's what they said going into it, which is like the original Aegon Targaryen.
Oh, is that okay?
I think that. Well, I think he's named after him. It's like Dunk and Egg because his name is Aegon.
Yeah.
As far as I recall.
Yeah, there's a little guy that's like Aegon. Yeah.
That's the bald kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is like the story is like he's a Targaryen.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like a throwaway Targaryen because he's bald.
Yeah.
And all the Targaryens are like, we all have white hair, and they're like, well, this bald fucking Lex Luthor motherfucker.
Well, he does act like he actually. I guess he didn't like the way his family was running things, so he tried to run away.
Okay.
And he shaved his head, and then later his hair started to grow back, and it is white.
Okay. Okay. So then that's good to know.
Yeah. So he has the genes, but I got into Game of Thrones at like season 5 of the original one, because the dragons just started coming in, and I'm like a dragons and titties type of dude.
I like that. I like dragon titties. Get over here, titties.
And that's when the dragons started to come about, and then I kind of watched the first couple seasons in some sporadic order. I didn't respect it at all. A lot of like hardcore Game of Thrones people like hate me for that.
Really?
But I was like, yo, bro.
That is crazy to start a movie mid-movie and then be like, fuck the ending, fuck the beginning. But like this right here is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else. That's like picking up Star Wars where the Death Star blows up. And then be like,
it's interesting.
What a good space fight. And then you care about nothing else. You go, cool.
Yeah, just like the lightsabers, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I like that purple one.
It's like Die Hard, like as the building's already blowing up, you're like, oh, how'd they get here? If this building was built better, none of this would happen. You're like, you missed the whole hour before and the hour after.
Yeah, I'm like, I just, I think the only movie I really watched, like, gung-ho as a child was Harry Potter, because a lot of them came out.
All of them?
Yeah, because they all came out on my birthday.
On your birthday?
Yeah, like, they all basically came out the third week of November.
Ooh.
So some of them fell on on November 18th, so it kind of became like a thing.
Okay.
And it was, like, attached to my childhood.
How you feel about Black Snake?
I
like that response.
Well, dude, they gotta do what they gotta do. That's what I'm saying. But originals,
I think Dumbledore Black would have been so much cooler. Like Black Dumbledore, like a black, because also it'd be dope to like he's the headmaster. I think it's just sick to be like that's the Black headmaster.
Yeah, they should have made them all black.
Yeah,
that's.
Yo, hurry! I'm Harry Potter.
There was this guy that like.
It's like, oh no, they call him Potter.
Potter.
Harry Potter.
There was this guy that did like a bunch of like skits online, like as Voldemort.
Yeah.
But like some of like the Death Eaters, like one guy was white and one guy was like a white and then one guy was black. And then he'd be like, he'd go up to like the first two white guys and be like, oh hello, and then he'd go up to the black guy and be like, my.
That's funny. And
then like the first two guys have a wand and Voldemort be like, where's your Glock at?
That's pretty good. And then we're like, oh. Yep. You're like, J.K. Rowling hates trans people, so it's okay to make Harry Potter racist now.
Yeah.
Like, here's just all these, like, racist parodies of Harry Potter, and they're like, well, we're just creative vision. That's what she wanted. We think that's what she wanted.
Make them all
She's
trans.
at home just like, no, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's pretty right.
So, Nick, how did you get into comedy?
I don't, honestly, man, like, I've been a fan of stand-up, like, my whole life. I always liked comedy. I always thought comedy was cool. I was like fascinated by it as a kid, and I've been doing it like almost. It's like 8.5 years now that I've been doing stand up, which is pretty cool. And I did music before I did stand up, and I was doing this band, and we like recorded this album. And I basically was like, yo, if we don't do anything with this, I gotta find something else.
Right.
Like, if I can't tour on this album, then I gotta find something better. And like right around then, my buddy started like posting clips of him. Like just videos of him at open mics and shit. And I was like, dude, how the fuck did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that there was like a way to just be bad at comedy.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't think that there was like local shows, you know? Like being in bands, it's like, oh yeah, it's totally fine to have like a lineup of all local bands and nobody thinks anything of it. But like to think that there's like comics that no one knows and people are like, yeah, I'll pay to go to that.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? it blew my eye. Like, I had no idea. There was zero frame of reference. Right. I was just like, oh, okay. And my buddy, like, was doing that out in Petersburg, my buddy Brian. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how did you get into that? And I hit him up, and he told me. And I was like, all right, well, then I just spent, like, I was like, my New Year's resolution is, like, I'm going to do comedy. I'll do it. And that was, like, October, November, and I spent all of, like, November, December, and January writing jokes.
Right.
So I, like, just wrote a bunch of shit for, like, 3 months straight, just writing jokes, writing jokes. And then eventually, like, it was, like, Super Bowl Sunday, and I went out with him to this open mic. And it was in this, like, little, like, it was, like, a black-owned, like, a coffee shop, and that was, like, their thing was, like, we're a POC business, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And there was, like, this little fucking, like, karaoke speaker.
Yeah.
And fucking, like, on the ground. But everybody's talking into the microphone like you needed it. It was, like, 12 people in a fucking coffee shop. Yeah. And we're all, like, sitting, like, this close to each other. We're all, like, I could tap you could tap the person next to you. And my buddy's like, you should sign up. And I was like, I'm just hang out and watch first.
Yeah.
And it was, like, so bad that I did the thing where I'm like, I could do this.
Right.
Like, everybody that went up was, like, so bad that I was like, okay, fine. I'll do it. And I just went up and, like, just did the shit that I had been writing. And got a couple laughs, and it was that thing where I was like, okay, what's next?
Right. And
then I did a mic the next night, and then it was, like, 2 months later, at least. It was, like, a few months had gone by, and then I went back to that first mic again, and, like, had, like, actual jokes. These are the jokes I'm working on, and went back there and did that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. It felt neat to be like, oh, well, this is the very first open mic I did, and then I went back after I'd moved to Virginia Beach and did that mic again. Yeah, and then the rest was, like, history, I guess, as corny as it sounds. Like, it was just a thing that, like, the second I started, I was just like, all right, I'm hooked. Let's do this.
As a child, did you do any type of, like, performance things? Like, were you, like, in the school band and shit?
No.
So what instrument did you play?
I did vocals.
Oh.
So I, like, yelled in bands and
like
shit.
Like a little...
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Like, I did all that shit.
So that's where you got your stage presence from, your comfortability on stage.
Yeah. Also, it's, like, crazy. It's, like, even before that is, like, my mom's a Jehovah's Witness. And before that, like, when I was younger, I would go on stage and read the Bible. Like, I would have to go up in front of the congregation and read the Bible.
Okay.
I had an opening statement, like, here's my, like, 2 paragraphs on this, then I read a section of scripture, and then I have, like, a closing statement.
Okay.
Then I would have to write the first and last part, and then read the Bible in the middle in front of, like, 200 people.
Okay.
At, like, 11 years old.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, well, this is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And I couldn't not do it. Like, I had to, like, my mom's like, you're going to do that. I was like, okay. And then naturally, like, by the time I was in high school, I was like, I'm done with that. I'm not doing that shit anymore.
Right.
When I was, like, 15, I was old enough to, like, have my permit. I'm like, I don't want to be religious anymore. I don't want to do this.
Now you're too cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you got that fucking car. I don't need God no more.
Oh, what are you talking about, dude?
I got a whip. I get that, man. I remember the first car, you feel so, like, what was your first whip?
A Pontiac Montana.
Oh.
Minivan. As soon as I got my license, dude, like, me and all the homies would, like, pack, like, 9 dudes into it. It would just be all of us packed in my mom's minivan, and I would just drive us around town, and then we would just, like, do crazy shit in this fucking minivan all the time. Like, I would go downtown when I wasn't supposed to, and, like, go to shows, and then come back and get in trouble, and then do more shit, and then still take the van.
Yeah, like, I know, like, since we're a little bit older, right, like, do you remember the youth? Like, you actually had to, like, go do things.
Yeah, bro.
Like, it was fun.
It was like the generation of, like, find something to do.
Yeah.
You go, okay. My parents would do the thing, they're like, I don't care where you, just go, do something. And I'd go, okay. Like, when I was in high school, before I actually, like, had my license, before I was, like, able to drive and go places and do shit, we walked everywhere. I felt like, to be honest, like, a dude that was, like, raised religious, I felt like one of the disciples. I just walked everywhere. For no reason other than, like, we just didn't have, like, I would skateboard from my house to, like, my best friend's house. I would, like, cut through the mall, go out the other side of the mall, and then skateboard to his house. Or I would ride my bike from my house. I would walk around the mall and then go, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what we did. I would walk with my book bag and I would go to his house and we would just fucking bullshit all over town.
Yeah, like that was the only thing you really could do. Like you kind of like on the weekends, you leave the house at like 11 a.m. They don't see you until night falls or when it's fucking dinner time. You know,
I swear on time. Like I was a late night. I'm also like I took fucking sinus medicine.
You also had 25 waffles. You know,
fucking deep throating waffles all night.
No, you're totally good. No, I love that you skateboard because I grew up skating too. You know,
I was always like I couldn't do a lot of tricks. But I was very big on I like the old school skateboards. I always had like a sick like a fishtail board.
Yeah.
You just like cruise on them and just carve and do silly shit like while you're like rolling around.
Yeah, that's what I have now. Like I have a cruiser with a tail on it, so I can still like ollie up curves, kickflip here and there if I need to.
Dude, those boards were so much heavier too. You try doing an ollie on like an old like fish board. You're like, this shit's like kicking bricks.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I supposed to get this in the air?
It's all really I've learned because when I went to Penn State, I was like, I can't ride a conventional skateboard around campus. Just the bearings and like the wheels, it's just too much. So then I got this board and I really learned it's all in the pop. If you just pop that shit down and you just jump, the board just comes up underneath.
I tell you what is you ever see people like with the longboards just doing crazy like wild like fucking like ground tricks with the longboards? That shit's insane. I go, oh damn, dude.
And then one time it just spins and hits you in the ankle. You're like, no.
Yeah, it's like a fucking helicopter blade. Those fucking things are huge.
Yeah.
I've seen videos there's like a video I saw not that long ago of this girl and she's just like whipping it, just like kicking it around and doing a bunch of crazy shit on this longboard, like while it's going. She's like moonwalking on a longboard. Yeah. And I'm like, I would die. How? It's just, she's like just going down a hill and just like spinning it around. I go, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Your parents loved you too much.
It's pretty crazy. Did you ever snowboard?
No. We're too poor.
I just saved all my Dairy Queen money for a snowboard.
That's nice.
Yeah. I got paid like $5 an hour. It was kind of like my
That's
allowance.
crazy.
Yeah.
It is also funny when your family owns a business, they just go, child labor is not a thing. Because if anyone from Dairy Queen came in corporate and was like, why the fuck is this kid behind the counter? They have to be like, he's a little person.
Yeah.
He's full grown in his mind. We don't pay him. You're just like fucking, your hand gets caught in the blizzard machine and you just get amputated. And they're like, bye. I shouldn't have been working.
At first, the blizzard machine really scared me.
Really?
And because our blizzard machine makes like when you get it at the high, it makes a high sound. And I was like, I was nervous to put my hand in.
Is there like secret menu shit at Dairy Queen that people don't know about?
It's not real secret, but it's really like if you want whatever you want, I'll make it. Like
nice.
If you want like fucking cotton candy and let's say Reese's cups together, like I'll do it. I want you to leave happy. Gross. Like that's really all it is.
I say all that to say that like when I was a kid, my favorite ice cream to this day is Superman ice cream.
What is that?
It's like red, white, and blue. Or no, red, yellow, and blue. So it's like Superman's colors. Everybody says like it's just, to anybody watching, listening, whatever, it is not just colorful vanilla. Okay. Each color tastes different. I swear to God, they taste different. They're different flavors. You'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but it is my favorite ice cream. And when I was a kid, I used to go to this place called Scoops, and I would get a milkshake with it. But I would put Butterfinger in the milkshake.
Yeah.
Spun together, red, yellow, and blue just becomes purple.
Okay.
It would be this weird, like purplish gray milkshake.
Yeah.
It looked like newspaper, like pulp.
Yeah.
And it just had like Butterfingers in it, and I would just drink that and be like, "This is delicious."
Yeah.
It was like a weird, like milky gray color, and I would just be like, "This is so cool."
Yeah, the Dairy Prince, I think.
That is true.
I think milkshakes are the most optimal ice cream.
You like a thicker milkshake, or do you like it?
It depends what's in it. It depends what's in it. If it's just like one, and how long I'm gonna be drinking it. Like if I'm taking it for
for a spin.
Yeah, if I'm like chilling on it, then thicker is better.
Because you can eat off of it too. I like that. I also think the last milkshake I had was a peanut butter milk, just straight peanut butter milkshake. Delicious.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Delicious. Not peanut butter chocolate, just peanut butter.
Yeah.
And the more peanut butter in there, the better. I think like when it's like, got a little bit of that like it's gonna sound gross, but when it's got the like the dookie smear of peanut butter on like the edge of the tin, you're like, oh hell yeah, this shit's about to fucking hit.
Yeah, it's a good peanut butter. Yeah.
When it's got when it's got the skid mark.
Yeah.
You go, oh.
Because there's so much peanut butter it couldn't get blended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's enough that I'm like drinking it or eating it, going. It leaves like a mouth feel. You're like, damn, dude, this is a good peanut butter milkshake.
Yeah.
I was in Minneapolis like a few months ago with my buddy Luke, and we he shot a special, and we hung out with like all of us, like the production team, everybody after both nights went out to this diner, and I got a milkshake the first night, peanut butter milkshake, delicious. The next night we went back, I bullied everybody into getting milkshakes. So there's a bunch of dudes in their 30s. It was like 10 of us all sitting down, and everyone had a milkshake. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Because it was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was like 2 in the morning, and somebody back there was like, fucking motherfucker.
I just cleaned the machine.
Just one fucking like teenage kid making 8 milkshakes at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm not sorry.
Nah, I mean, like, that's your job, bro. That's why you're back there.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so funny.
Let me ask you a question. There is this place in Philly that has this one, it's a hard ice cream place, Jenny's Ice Cream.
Okay.
And sometimes it has this one graham cracker ice cream that I like. And I went, I got it. And
graham cracker in flavor? Does it have actual graham cracker?
It has graham crackers in it. And I don't know, I like graham crackers. It's one of the, I don't know. We all have our things. And I was walking back and I saw one of my exes on the street.
Did you throw it at her?
No, I don't have any violent endings with my exes, I don't want them to come to shows and heckle me and scream, oh, your dick's small, then I'll just ruin me. But she goes like, Bhav, like, you got ice cream by yourself? Like, that's so sad. Can a man get ice cream by himself and not be sad? Like, is this like, you're a man, like, are you not allowed to eat ice cream by yourself from a store?
Not publicly. I think that's like a by yourself at home in the dark shame thing. Like you're sobbing into the pint. You're like crying into this pint of ice cream going, where did I go?
I just wanted a little sweet treat on a Sunday. I was like,
but it is so funny to just think like you just walking through fucking Philly and by yourself just.
That was me.
Ice cream cone. Was it a cone or a cup?
It was a cup.
It funnier would be if it was like you by yourself just with a fucking like big sundae. A fucking bowl, like just 3 scoops of different shit, toppings and everything, just all fucking ripped up, and you're just like.
Sometimes I get 2 different ones. I'll get like the graham cracker one and then like a birthday cake one and have them put rainbow jimmies on it.
Dude, I am not a sprinkles guy. I don't fuck with sprinkles at all.
Yeah,
I think it's a completely unnecessary topping. They fucking bother me.
It's the aesthetic for me.
I also don't like the taste or the texture. They taste waxy. And they stick to your teeth.
Yeah.
And they're just there. Not a fan.
You know what's the most optimal topping? It's called cookie crunch. If you ever get an ice cream cake and they have that crunch in the middle, that chocolate crunch, cookie crunch is fucking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had like tubs of it because we made ice cream cakes at the DQ. So then I basically grabbed vanilla, and then there's this fudge that they don't really market to you guys, but we have it, and it's called cocoa fudge, and they use it for certain blizzards, like the brownie batter blizzard or something. So
it's like a thick ribbon, yeah.
It's
like a thicker consistency.
Yeah, it's a thicker.
Like icing.
It's like the fudge. No, but it's just a darker fudge, and it's a little bit thicker, and it just has a different flavor profile than hot fudge, and it's just like it's like crack. My sister used to say like when she would see me fucking get pumps of the cocoa fudge, she'd make this sound. She'd be like, cocoa fudge, because I was a little monster.
That's funny. She's like, lap it up, you fat little monster.
And then you put the cookie crunch on top of that, and it's like literally crack.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you ever go to DQ, ask for the cocoa fudge with the cookie crunch, and they'll be like, who do you know?
I know a guy who owns one of these fucking things.
Yeah, we actually sold it 2 years ago so my parents could retire. So actually, I'm still,
damn, really?
Yeah, but we had it for 16 years, so they needed to retire.
All right.
And now
where did they sell it to?
Just another Brown family.
Just another family that's like, we came for the American dream. Can we buy your Dairy Queen? And they're like, well, actually, yes.
Yeah, you can.
Do you have to go through corporate for that?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably like some change in paperwork so they know who has it and all that shit.
Dairy Queen just shows up and they're like, not to be racist, we're weren't you a different brown last time? And they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the voice.
On this podcast, you can get away with it. Come on, I want to hear your best Indian accent, Nick.
What do you do?
What did you do, buddy?
Excuse me.
Don't you feel better now?
I do actually.
Yeah,
I love accents. That's the thing. Is like, I like you know it. If I wasn't like on the spot, I could do like African accents are like, dude. I think that shit's so funny.
Yeah.
Asian accent. I know as a white guy, I'm not supposed to be like, these are voices I practice a lot.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of work for this.
No, I love that.
A lot of man hours, dude.
That's like one thing I wanted to work on this year is accents, because I think like it makes comedy, you can visualize certain things better.
I swear to God, I've said this so much in the last year. I'm like, man, I wish I was a black comic. If I was a black comic, I could do so much, not just the N-word thing, but there's other things too that are lit, like pretty cool, that I'm like, accents, or like you could do things, you could pick on. I feel like as a white guy, I'm like, I can't go into certain like muddy waters of like things where they go, that's racist. I'm like, no, it's not, there's no ill intent. It's just me saying a thing, adding another layer or dynamic to a joke that you would not pay attention to if I wasn't the thing that you go, but you shouldn't do that.
Right.
I go, why? If there was somebody like over in another country and they were doing an accent of a white guy, I wouldn't be like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything, it should be fair game.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I think if I'm not doing it maliciously, it's like, just hear the joke.
Yeah, that's just part of this like woke bullshit culture sometimes. Like I used to do a bit about like child abuse.
Nice.
And like people in the city of Philadelphia like
love kids.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, Bhav, that's not right." And I was like, "Bruh, my mom is not here beating your ass. You know, like fucking get your like fucking panties out of your ass. You know, it's like it's funny."
I used to do this. I tried it a couple times. I could never get it to work because it's like very like it's not my dad never did anything. But the joke was like about how when my parents got divorced, like that year, that was the year that I'll never forget because it was the year the PlayStation 1 came out.
Okay.
Right? So the same year the PlayStation 1 comes out, my parents are no longer in love and they split up. My dad bought me a PlayStation that year for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of them getting divorced, we moved, we took all our shit, but my dad goes, "You can take whatever you want, but the PlayStation stays here."
What?
And I was like, "You don't even care." He didn't even say me.
Yeah.
He was like, you can take the kid. The PlayStation stays here. I paid for that shit. I go, "But you made me. You made me. You didn't make the PlayStation. Yeah. You just bought it." And he goes, "No." He goes, "You can take the kid. PlayStation stays here." And I was like, I would do this bit like how, like basically it was like, that's fucked, like how it was fucked up. And he goes, "No, at least this one doesn't like cry when I stick stuff inside it."
That's fucked up.
Which is, and then, but people are like, it never worked on stage because I'm like basically saying like my dad molested me.
Yeah.
Which is not true at all. But then I would do the thing where people get weird. I'm like, I'm just kidding you guys. My dad never molested me. He would have to be there to do that.
Yeah. I think that's hilarious.
I know, but I'm like, it's so dark. And that was like a joke I wrote like my first like year or two in comedy. And people were like, "Bro, don't do that joke anymore.
Don't say that."
And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Like, it's insensitive to people that, like, had dads.
Yeah. I think it's insensitive.
Like, I would settle for being molested to spend some real quality time with my papa.
Yeah, dude, I think you should keep it in the back pocket, because
6 years later, I'm like, it's way in the back pocket.
Yeah, but because I think that's hilarious,
It's silly. One day I'll be like a big comic and I go, "You guys want to hear this fucked up thing?"
So is that how you do most of your writing, based on just like things that happen in your life and then kind of working it out on stage?
To a degree, yeah. Like there's a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's like there are elements of my act that I feel are like short, like set up punch.
Mm-hmm.
But most of it's like, it's all life experience. A lot of it is very much like life experience. Or like whenever people ask me to like, what's your bio? Like, how would you describe yourself as a comic? Whatever. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm telling you about me, telling you about my life. And then there are those like weird observational things where I'm like, hey, isn't this weird?
Yeah.
Here's a thing, isn't that crazy? And then people go, yeah, I guess that is
Yeah.
weird. But I would say majority of my act is like inherently based on experiences.
Yeah,
It's
storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly that's like the Jimmy Carr shit is good because it's just like bam bam. He's like assaulting you, bam 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 bam. But I think like when you tell stories, it's like it hits deeper sometimes. Like I did a show one time in the middle of Pennsylvania somewhere, and I was going through like a breakup that I had from like a 7-year relationship, and then I was like trying to quit weed because I was smoking like weed and tobacco out of a bong, and I went through this.
And tobacco?
Yeah, like spliffs out of a bong. Like I loved it, but I had to stop because I was smoking.
Funniest thing I've ever smoked weed out of.
Yeah.
It was the funniest shit. I was living with this like. I had this roommate, she was a girl, she was cool, whatever, but like, she got this like crazy, it was like a long, like brass pipe.
A steamroller?
That had, it looked like, it had like this crazy tip on the end where you'd pull from, and it legitimately looked like a Lord of the Rings, like Gandalf pipe.
Okay.
And we would pack that bitch like a fucking bowl and just smoke weed out of this fucking long, like, wizard's pipe. And I would always smoke weed from it, and then I would pull, like, hits off of it, and then be like, fly, you fools. I just thought I would just get high, and then start saying Gandalf's lines from Lord of the Rings. It just, because it had, like, this, like, it was a brass, dude, it was, like, it had the curve and everything. And it was, like, a brass fucking pipe with these, like, silver, like, pieces on the outside.
Yeah.
Dude, it was nuts looking. And to just think that we're just packing it with weed and be like,
Do you know what it was actually meant for, or just meant?
I think it was a tobacco pipe.
Oh, okay.
She just bought it at like some thrift store or like an antique store and was like, "This is cool.
Yeah.
We should smoke out of this." And I go, "Okay, fine, whatever."
Yeah. Eventually, I needed something with water in it because I felt like I was like a joints because I can roll, and then a bong guy. But then I was just smoking too many bongs a day, so I was doing this whole bit about that shit, like how I needed to quit and it was ruining my life. And some boy came out of the audience and he was like, "Bro, I related to everything you said." And he like followed me and he was like still texting me every now and again, like, "Oh, how you doing?" So I think sometimes like storytelling, you know,
I think it hits deeper than just like a setup punch. Here's a thing. Here's this. Ha ha blah blah. Ha ha blah blah. Like, okay, cool. I think people disassociate from that when they don't think the act is really like who you like. If you're not telling me something specific, that's like here's me. You go, okay. Anybody could tell a joke, but it's like, but you're not. What do you like? Because I just watched that Kevin Hart show.
Yeah.
And that's like a thing that they're saying on there is like when you're watching them judge it, obviously it's like Kevin Hart, so it's like you want to respect his opinion because he's humongous in comedy. And one of the things that they were saying on that show is like, yeah, you had a good set, but like, what do I know about you? What did you tell us about you? Like, what do we now, like 5 minutes, it goes, in your 5-minute set, it's like, what do we now know? Like, here's the thing about you.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing blah, 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 here's a joke. They go, yeah, you could kill, and it's like, I don't know anything about you.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, I feel an audience will connect more with organically just being you. I also think when you're telling things about like a life experience or something that's rooted in fact or truth, it's more conversational. It then becomes less of an act and less of a performance, and it's just I'm just interacting with somebody like as a whole, whether it be me doing crowd work and everyone's watching and paying attention and they're all locked in versus doing material to the room and everybody's dialed in. I go, I think it disarms people to it being a performance, so to speak. Not to be like too in depth on the art of it, but I think that is kind of
I always say like, you know, the person that you're gonna get on the Bhavcast on the stage and in real life are all the same dude. Like I don't want to have to like put on an act when I get on stage, you know. That's just me, dog. And if you don't like it, then you shouldn't watch the Bhavcast because it has my feet in it too, you know. Like
that's the bottom line, dude.
yeah. So your work, did you put out this crowd work special yet, or is it coming out?
I have one out from a few years ago. So the very first, I'm a weirdo. I love doing crowd work, and I feel, not to like suck my own dick or anything, but I enjoy doing crowd work. And I put out a crowd work special before COVID happened and everybody was doing crowd work coming back from COVID. I had one I put out. Then I shot a regular special, and that was 2 years ago now at this point.
Yeah.
Shot it. My buddy who owned the company, the goal was to do the special. We were going to do it, make it great, whatever. And he couldn't be there for the shooting. So it ended up being one person on the crew. It was just one guy.
Yeah.
With tight shot, wide shot, and then there was handheld.
We're going around the room.
Within the room, right? To add a dynamic element. Well, at a certain point in the show, that gimbal shot, like the gimbal died. Mm-hmm. So the last 15 minutes is just tight shot, wide shot, tight shot, wide shot.
Yeah.
And I hated that.
Mm-hmm.
So, sold out show. It was a great show. I missed, that's the other thing too that ate me up, is I forgot a joke in it. And I go, man, I wish we could just redo it. So then we just sat on it. A year later, he's like, dude, let's just redo this. Mm-hmm. And I go, perfect. We did. The one that's getting ready to come out is Earn My Love. It should be out at some point in the hopefully near future, because I'm just waiting on the production team to finish all the edits and stuff like that. But yeah, I had an opportunity to then go back and do what I wanted to at that point. So a year had gone by, and I went from doing a one-nighter to then having the same opportunity within the same club to do a full weekend.
Yeah.
So it was like Friday and Saturday. So I had 2 shows, and they both were sold out shows, and that was really cool. Filmed that, waiting on that to come out, and I'm a glutton for punishment. And this year, my buddy, a different friend of mine, was basically like, hey, let's do a thing.
Yeah.
And I got another headline weekend with that same club, Kazi's in Newport News.
Mm-hmm.
I had another headline weekend and was just like, well, screw it. Let's do something. I know that I don't have my material where I want right now for another special. I don't want to burn it because there's so many things that I'm working on within the hour that aren't cooked all the way. So I was just like, okay, then I'll do another crowd work show.
Yeah.
And I did 2 different shows. I pitched it as I'm not doing any written jokes for the most part. Friday sold out, and I did 57 minutes, and it was 2 premises that were loose premises that I tucked in, and a joke that I was doing a couple times and didn't do anymore that came up organically in conversation.
Nice.
And I go, let me just tuck it in there. Because the guy said something about my hand tattoos, my knuckles specifically. He said something about my knuckle tattoos. And I go, oh man, I have this joke that I couldn't get to work in my act as a thing that I felt fit with everything else. And it just came up organically in conversation. And then I just said it. And it was the hardest it ever killed. And I was just like, okay, well then,
nice.
Cool. So it lives there. It'll live on the crowd work special. And then now comes the fun part of like going forward. Now, once I get all the footage of that, I have to edit it and do all that shit with it.
Yeah.
So
editing is the bane of the existence, bro.
Brother, let me tell you, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I'd rather
go ahead.
eat my own face than fucking edit anything anymore, ever.
I agree, dude. I hate editing, but eventually I'm just like, I hope, one day the podcast kicks up and I can hire a little Filipino boy, tell him, hey, brother, get to work,
Jump on Fiverr.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Off of Fiverr, hire a little Filipino boy. So, all right, let's get out of here on this because we have a show coming up down here at the time.
Put our socks back on.
No, maybe I'll do this one barefoot.
That'd be so weird. Just walk out there and they're like, what the fuck? You guys like my shoes? It's just his bare feet.
Yeah, let's compare. Nice, beautiful. You're a big WWE guy, right? Yeah. Who are your top 3?
Top 3 current or top 3 of all time?
That's funny because the last big WWE guy I had on asked the same question this month.
There's classes like generational. You could go boom, boom, boom. Top 3
of all time, I guess.
Of all time, fuck
for
you. That's a brutal question. Fuck. Top 3 of all time.
Mm-hmm.
In no order: Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, that's a good one.
If I had to open it up, like my favorite wrestlers, Undertaker is my favorite of all time. Stone Cold is great. I love Stone Cold. Stone Cold's up there. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero. Booker T is like my wild. Everybody always, I go, Booker T's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Booker T is in my Mount Rushmore. He is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I think he's criminally underrated. I love Booker. And then you've got the other, like Chris Benoit is arguably one of the best wrestlers of all time, hands down. Questionable father. Questionable father. Probably not a great husband. Phenomenal wrestler.
Phenomenal wrestler.
Technically. He's one of the best wrestlers of all time. But yeah, he puts the criminal in criminally underrated.
Yeah, facts.
But it's people get weird when you're like, but he's one of the GOATs.
Yeah,
he's
he's
one of the
great.
best to ever do it. And then you got like your other guys that I feel like are great character wrestlers that never got the shine that like, or like nobody really puts them in their Rushmore. Like, you know, everybody that loves Undertaker gets so much play, but it's very seldom do you ever hear someone go, Kane is in my Rushmore.
Yeah.
You know? There's similar, like Kane's gimmick originally was made for Undertaker.
Yeah.
Undertaker was supposed to wear that mat, like that was the thing. And the Kane costume was like a throwaway for an original like Undertaker design. You know, so there's that. But then you've got like, you know, Mankind is another one that's like, Mick Foley's a phenomenal like just character wrestler. And then you know, it's hard to, there's so much, man. It's just right now, currently, I love Cody Rhodes. I think Cody's one of my favorite like current wrestlers. Seth Rollins, I think Seth Rollins is like, if I had to pick 3 current guys, it's Cody, Seth, and honestly, the third one is tough. I like Penta a lot. I think Penta's fucking sick, dude. I really like his gimmick. I also really enjoy Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
I love Dom. He's like, a lot of people fucking hate him. They don't think he's a great wrestler. But man, he's fucking, dude, he's cool to watch. When he won the IC title at Mania as a heel and got a fucking stadium-wide applause. And like when you watch the shit, I saw like a thing where he talked about how like he went to Gorilla, like he was going back, and Triple H was like, dude, go back out there. And he fucking runs back into the ring. When he runs back in the ring and goes to the turnbuckles, stands on the turnbuckles, and the whole place fucking explodes.
Yeah.
That's how you know that like you're so good as this character that you like. He was a babyface when he was wrestling with Ray, had a heel turn, turned on Ray. He was teamed with Rhea, who is also like, if you go female wrestlers, like she's one of my favorite like females of all time, and she's fucking hot.
Sometimes she'd be jiggling that ass, and I'm like, I know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, that's all. Like the women's division is like, bro, oh my god, all right,
chill. It's too much ass.
Yeah, like you got me bricked up here, dude. Nothing happened in the men's division.
They're about to make the youth straight again.
No, dude. Whew. God. But he did all that. Then it's like he turned heel on his dad, and then he had the like second heel turn. Like he did a heel turn as a heel and turned on Rhea. And then it's like now he's with Liv Morgan and like all that shit. It's like that was such a big. It's so cool, man. I love when people are like, I fucking hate wrestling. I go, you don't like life.
Yeah. Honestly, I used to love it in my youth, but I think I got made fun of too much, and then I like stopped watching it. You know what? I stopped watching it because Jeff Hardy's my favorite guy.
So good.
And when he got like, you know, when they fired him for probably drugs, I probably like the third time. Yeah.
Probably. When they fucking probably fired him for a thing he was definitely doing. Probably, maybe. Yeah, 1,000%. You're like, how the mighty have fallen. He talks about that shit. Like his fucking, I think he had like a match with Sting one time.
Yeah.
And he's so fucked up that he just couldn't.
They pinned him straight.
Yeah.
He just bodied him. Yeah, so when he left WWE, I think I stopped watching for a little bit. Then I started watching TNA. and now he's back, and I'm like, yo, brother, you need to retire. You know, like you're dead. You're like
him and Matt are doing shit in TNA now. They were just the TNA like tag champs and shit, which is pretty lit.
Yeah, they're like going for this like they want to collect all the titles.
I think so.
Yeah, so
I think they had the NXT. There was a thing because now WWE has like an open door with TNA, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Look, we got this thing going. So tell the people where to follow you.
At Nick Deez Comedy on everything. NickDeezComedy.com is my website. If you see me coming around, come out to a show, hang out, have a good time. We'll, make things happen. It's fun.
Yeah, man. It was a pleasure,
dude. Of course, thanks for having me.
Of course.
We didn't fuck the shake up.
Nah, dude. Deuces.
Tootsies.
Excellent, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course,
That was
dude.
lit.